We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New Orleans Saints. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. There he goes, right side. He will score. Touchdown, Saints. Charlie Smith for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7, Raiders 0.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And you look at the Saints defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
Now 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Jeanty. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football, and they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown.
Ashton Jeanty His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders march right down the field on the opening drive to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Quick throw to Olave. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
At the 28-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Here's Shuck. And that is incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made here at the 36. The Saints at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Shuck. There's a short one caught by Johnson. Well, they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a second down at 7 from the 37. To throw now, Shuck. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Up the middle, Achane. And they'll get him down at the 34. He's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. A fourth down.
Pass interference is crazy. That's crazy. How? We hand fighting. God.
Instead, you see a flag. Pass interference gives them a new set of downs.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. No signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's 2nd down. Achane is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Achane. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They'll go. Achane. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that Chargers defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll go again with Genty. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes the philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 4 receivers split out here. It's 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go. Here's Genty. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, Don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Shit, if nobody's open, fuck yeah. I'm gonna look and run that bitch.
And he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Right back to Genty on first down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Here now, second and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Mendoza. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
This should be hella weak. Sometimes my fucking icons don't show up till like 2 seconds after I hike that bitch. Fuck.
So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Shuck. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Max Crosby on the tackle. A gain of only a yard.
An audible here to get a new look. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down.
The football gods is on your motherfucking side. God damn.
state champ. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in field goal range. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Mendoza. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime. Smith now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
First down, Raiders.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking to throw. Mendoza. He'll find Genty out of the backfield. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. 1st down.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Genty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Las Vegas.
Ashton Genty. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Raiders 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Super clean, but it's super mean. She wanna ride with them cats. Count stacks, get fly, take trips, and that's that. Real rap, I let her get. She want it, she feel that. Convertible drop feel, 87 the top bill. That.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. Downfield, and he's got Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 57 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A run out of the gun with Genty. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
And it's third down.
Back to throw. Mendoza. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now Shuck looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans. Rolling along here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. Shuck now to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
The Saints, first down.
To throw is Shuck. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyler Shuck with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints are able to widen their advantage. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
Saints 33, Raiders 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw.
Play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. He's going to air one out. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Kool-Aid McKinstry with a pick. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second and 10. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. To the right side and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Chase Young able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Up the middle, it's Jensen. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Here is 3rd and 5.
A 12-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline. Those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And this one's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Polamalu. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run straight ahead with Genty. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Las Vegas.
Ashton Genty taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
His kick is good.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Saints are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And oh, it's blocked.
Yo, was my corner pressed on that touchdown? Was my corner in press or like playing close coverage on that touchdown?
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
I was in cover. No, I was in cover 3. I think I disguised. I might have disguised cover 4, but he shouldn't have been pressed. That's why I'm surprised he got beat deep. Okay, he was more than 5 off. Oh wow, that's what I thought. That's what he was supposed to have been. That's what he was supposed to be. They didn't flip them hips.
The offense for Las Vegas.
Jesus Christ.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out.
It's the only thing that's working. Might as well get Jenny his stats. It's the only thing that's working.
But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On to give, Genty. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but look.
And got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
28.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now. Okay, get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire. But at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. And he fires one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Play action now, Shuck. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
So some nigga got out of free agency.
And probably not as much exaltation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Olave holds it in. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And here's Mendoza throwing to start the drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football's a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Shuck. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
14 yards. And the Saints, first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Is that even two here?
Juwan Johnson.
That's the only in the third for that nigga. Bag of two handsome nigga you threw it to. It for him. That's crazy. Nigga accidentally caught him.
These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
46. Raiders 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved the hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jonas Sanker. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
10 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing, Shuck. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it.
Chris Olave with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point splits the uprights. And they open the lead up now to 25.
53. Raiders 28.